problem.
They go, you broke your little ships.
Oh, yeah. Well, but Ahab's got to get his whale.
Old Ahab's got to get his whale.
And then Picard quotes it later at her. She's like, I never read the book. And he's like,
I never actually read the book.
And then Picard's like, you. All right, here we are.
We are.
Yeah. And in 3, 2, 1. And we're speeding.
Welcome to Basement Faults and Catapults. I'm your host, Trevor.
I'm your other host, Aaron.
And I'm your other host, Trevor.
And we're together, Basement
Faults and Catapults. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to our, I don't know what episode we're on, but welcome to the episode.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to continue our kind of Star Trek motif.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it.
We have. And today I wanted to kind of delve into the VR space.
Bridge Crew.
Star Trek Bridge Crew. So, funny thing. So we actually did this format a little bit differently. We played the game and now we're kind of talking about it here. But
yeah,
this was the frustration, and I want to kind of touch on this first.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this game's available on the Quest 2. I've got a Quest 2. I've got the HTC Vive 2. So I was like, hey, I know. Why don't we play Bridge Crew together?
Oh, could that have been so good?
Couldn't find it in the store. So apparently,
well,
in 2022, they removed the game from the store temporarily, then re-added it, and then about 2 or 3 months ago, removed it again due to licensing issues between Ubisoft and I can only assume Paramount.
Paramount would be the parent company.
And
I don't know if Paramount has the full video game licensing or if it's one of those like Paramount licensed video games to this company and then
watch Interplay still holds the licenses. That would be funny.
That'd be hilarious. Well, Interplay's owned by another subsidiary.
They are. Yeah, there's so many weird things going on in the gaming industry. But I really found it frustrating. Star Trek Bridge Crew is ultimately, I would say, it is the best Bridge Crew simulator ever made.
No.
Especially because you can play it in VR. Apparently, they even patched it so that you could play not in VR. So you could have friends not in VR playing. Because originally when I first played it, I think in 2021, it was VR only. So if you didn't have a VR headset, you couldn't play it.
Oh, dear.
But then they brought in and said, no, like, let's patch it so that everyone can play. Very smart. But now you can't buy it. It's delisted from the Steam store, the MetaQuest store.
Yeah.
And this is really an unfortunate thing. And of course, Ubisoft has their name on it. And this is probably why it's been delisted.
Those French pastards.
Pistachio.
Pistachios.
It's just really frustrating to me because there's all these games that I love.
Yeah.
There's the first time I experienced this was with Activision. They had the rights to Deadpool.
Oh, right. The infamous Deadpool game.
Yeah. And then it got delisted because they lost the rights.
Yeah. They transferred back to Marvel, which is owned by Disney.
This whole idea or concept that I can buy the rights or the license to make a game, but then I can only sell it or have any sales for like a limited duration, 3 years, 5 years, whatever that is. Yeah. That practice needs to stop.
Yeah, no, and there's I understand some aspect of it from the other side as well. Like, you know, if you're trying to take the IP in a very different direction and this thing is still out there, like that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, if it's out, it should be available for consumers. But more importantly than that, if you've bought it, you should have access to it at all times.
Yeah, and like so, we could still play it because I bought it years ago. But I wanted to. You used to be able to buy a 4-pack for your friends, and you could actually give your friends copies, and it was at a slightly discounted rate.
Yeah.
So that you could play with your friends.
And I believe the 4-pack now comes with the full expansions, which include the TOS and TNG timelines.
Yeah, which I now can't buy because they've got a licensing issue.
They'll probably sort it out.
I really hope they sort it out because today I had you play Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Wow!
So playing on the HTC Vive Pro 2, you're playing at about a 5K overall resolution.
Yep, it felt really nice and smooth.
Yeah, how did you like it?
Well, I mean, there's your initial like getting used to everything, right? Yeah. But once I got into it, which I think was about halfway through the first mission, I was like, oh yeah, snap, order, do this, do that. Yeah. So it was a lot more interesting, a lot more fun. I felt like I was on the bridge doing stuff with the bridge crew. Missed opportunity perhaps, but the AI doesn't have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
So I was making personalities and assigning competency to them, when in reality they're all just as bland as the next, right?
Yeah.
But I had fun. I made my fun there. And the part of being able to make your fun is they create such a compelling world that you feel like you can make a story in it, right? So kudos to them for that.
Yeah, I used to, when I was, it would be probably about 1990, 91, 92.
Yeah.
And I was like, in 92, I would have been about 10 years old. And I was big into Star Trek from the time I was about 8 years old. So that would have been like 90. I don't know that I caught Star Trek Next Generation, maybe on the tail end of 89 when I got into it.
Yeah.
Just kind of watching whatever was on television, because I think it came on at about 5 o'clock before the 6 o'clock news. And I could get home from school, usually right around 5 o'clock, and then turn on Star Trek. It took me about an hour and a half on the bus. And on the bus, I had a friend who we used to sit together, and we would pretend that the back of the seat was the helm console on the bridge.
Oh, there you go.
And so we would have like these imaginative adventures. And when you're like 8, 9, 10 years old,
back when you can use your imagination,
you can see it. Like you're not on a bus, you're on a starship, you're
bridge.
Blowing stuff up, you're doing missions.
How cool.
Man, our brains are wild.
Yeah.
But so Bridge Crew, the original Bridge Crew, I can't remember, Bridge Commander, I think it was called.
Yes, Bridge Commander, and it was very a product of its time.
Yeah, Bridge Commander was like probably early 2000, mid 2000s, 2005-ish.
If that, yeah.
And it was more command based, like menu, right click.
Yeah.
Not too dissimilar, to be honest, but of course it wasn't in VR.
No, and it was less, I guess, interactive in a lot of ways, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Because the limitations of the system, right?
Yeah. So, you'd never played this before?
Nope.
What's your prior experience with VR been like?
You and I did Beat Saber.
Yep.
And then that's it.
I haven't got you to play Arizona Sunshine yet.
Oh, sorry. We also did the Half-Life Alyx.
We did. Oh my god, yeah. Alyx is cool.
And I threw rocks at the big stalker thing.
Yeah, I got to get you to play Arizona Sunshine because that's pretty cool. The zombie survival game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be interesting. I know they did one of the Resident Evils in VR as well. I think they did the first one in sort of the Village, like Resident Evil Village, but before that, was that Resident Evil 7?
Maybe.
Or was it 6?
I have not played the Resident Evil VR yet. I will get around to it. So Star Trek Bridge Commander, or Bridge Crew. Walk me through kind of what you had to do as you got into it and initial kind of perception once you got into the world and onto the bridge. And just tell me more about your experience and being part of the Star Trek universe.
Well, it was really cool, and what I really loved was they really made that captain's chair work.
Yeah.
Right, with the holographic projectors on the arms and the buttons and the red alert. I love the red alert button.
Yeah.
And the visual and sound cues were so tight, like the ship noises in the background.
Yeah.
It was Kelvin timeline, so it had the sounds of TOS, which were like those little science fiction-y beeps and bops, but reverbed a little bit, so they're more future-y.
Yeah.
So there was more echo to them, I guess.
But they're like boop.
Yeah, that boop.
Yeah.
But God, it was so cool, and to see everyone in their like uniforms, and like when you look down, you're in command gold.
Yeah.
That was so cool, right? Like, what an immersive thing.
And then you made your wrists go like...
Yeah.
You like folded your wrists in.
Folded my wrist straight in half. Yeah, that was fun. And then, I found a way to get your fingers to do that kind of idea, right?
Yeah.
So it was really cool to be on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And what I really loved during the tutorial was the bridge was on a holodeck, and you looked up and you saw like the holodeck panels, and that was so cool and so immersive.
Yeah.
And it actually threw me for a loop because when I started the campaign, right, it's the Kobayashi Maru. It doesn't tell you it's Kobayashi Maru.
Right.
And so I'm doing my missions. I'm on the deck. I'm looking around and I'm thinking it's real. And then all of a sudden it's like, we have to rescue the Kobayashi Maru. And I was like, oh, okay.
Now we're screwed.
Now we're screwed.
Yeah.
You know what? As far as Kobayashi Maru goes, I think I did fairly well.
I think you did well. I think you rescued like 18 people.
Yeah, I got 18 people off the ship, and I escaped with my ship fully intact.
There were only like 349 casualties.
Yeah, which is timeout. Teleportation is wonky at the best of times in the Star Trek universe. They play very fast and loose with it.
Yeah.
But we know that they have the main teleporter ring, and then they have the massive like emergency cargo transporters.
Yeah, and usually at some point they started getting the med bay transporters as well for emergency situations.
Yeah. I'm not too sure if that was like one of those like routing.
It might have
like,
been routing.
Like it goes through and then it goes, or if it's like just ship based where it's okay, we teleport here and then we teleport there.
Yeah.
But either way, we know that there's more capability than 9 at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was really slow. I mean, you were kind of jumping over and you're like, okay, the number of people haven't gone down. And I'm like, are you beaming them out? And you're like, yes.
Yes.
I've been beaming them out for a couple of minutes, but the number hasn't gone down. And I'm like, something's weird there. And then I was like, are your shields down? And you're like, yeah, my shields are down. I'm like,
there's like 2 Klingon bird of praise are down. My shields are down. I'm very exposed.
Yeah. It's like 3 Klingon warships warp in and just start pummeling you guys.
Yeah, and they don't pummel me. They pummel the Kobayashi Maru, which is wild, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as the Kobayashi Maru was down to like 25% hull, I was like, all right, you're done. Shields up. Get us out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Right?
Yeah, I want more lore about the Kobayashi Maru. Like, why would 3 Klingon warships basically attack a defenseless ship?
Yeah.
Very weird.
Very weird. I mean, ultimately, it's supposed to be the snow-wind scenario, so the lore, we don't have to go too deep into it. But you know what? For what it's worth, I think I won that one.
I think you won that one.
I think I won that one.
I mean, your ship didn't blow up.
My ship didn't blow up. I rescued as many as I could, and I got out of there.
Yeah.
Did I create a diplomatic incident? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's a different problem.
Yeah. So Bridge Crew is meant to be multiplayer, and like
I know, like everything about it looked like it was perfect.
As a multiplayer game, it's great because you got to play as the captain,
right? Yeah.
But you can also play as the helmsman. You can actually fly the ship and maneuver it. You can play the engineer and actually balance power between different systems.
The power, like I could give orders.
Yeah.
Be like engage, approach target.
Yeah.
Ray shields, power to engines.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, like, if you were physically playing with me, you would be able to intuitively be like, oh shit, we're in trouble here.
Yeah, I remember when I first started playing, because even actually in your game, you didn't get a chance to try this, but you can take over AI positions.
Yeah, they showed me in the tutorial how to do that.
So you can be like, I'm the helmsman now. I'm the engineer now. And so it's kind of interesting. But as a multiplayer game, it's really great. You all kind of come into like a lobby, a virtual lobby.
Yeah. And
you're sitting around like a holographic projector that's showing like a ship or a mission. Then you can flip between missions. And it's great because the voice chat is integrated into the game.
Yeah.
So you can talk to all the people that have joined. Honestly, like Star Trek Bridge Crew VR is a slept on game as far as VR games. I think anybody that has played with VR that has an inkling of Star Trek should have bought it and tried it while it was available. Please, Ubisoft, bring it back. I want to be able to play with Aaron for like an entire Saturday.
And as far as we're aware, by the time this video airs, it will have been brought back.
Oh gosh, I hope so.
But at this moment, it is currently delisted.
Yeah, it's delisted. It's been delisted for about almost 3 months now. So it was delisted like just at the start of 2026.
Of course it was.
So yeah, Star Trek Bridge Crew is great. I wish that we could get to the point where we have like VR Star Trek where you can go throughout the whole ship, with the teleport walk and like visit the whole ship, visit the holodeck, visit the arboretums and the 10 forwards of the world. I really I love the idea of being able to explore the world of the starship.
There was a shareware game that I played, and I'm sure there was a full version of it that I never played because shareware was free.
Yeah.
And my parents weren't spending money on computer games.
Yeah.
But it was set on the original Enterprise. And it was one of those scenarios where it was like those old point and click adventure games.
Yeah.
And the scenario was the ship has been abandoned, and you wake up from whatever injury you suffered, and you're alone on the ship. The self-destruct has been rigged for whatever time, so you have to go and disable that, access the shuttle bay, and escape yourself, right? So it was this cool little point and click, and like something like that would be absolutely amazing in VR, you know?
I'll be honest, I think the entire Star Trek franchise, as far as the ability to do something really fun and cool with the games, I think it's been a lot of missed opportunities. The Star Trek VR game, obviously VR is expensive to get into, the hardware's expensive,
Though in that defense, it's getting less and less expensive, right?
Not anymore. No, I mean
okay.
So like the MetaQuest 2 was actually I think the most economical that VR has ever been. I believe the Quest 2 128 gig version you could buy for $399 Canadian, so like $400 Canadian.
Yeah.
And that would have been back in like 2021. And so you could buy a whole self-contained VR headset with controllers for $400. That was insane.
Yeah.
The HTC Vive Pro 2, plus needing to buy base stations and the Valve Index controllers, was like $1,700 Canadian. And then that's not even self-powered. You have to plug it into a graphics card and be like running a whole rig to play it.
I take it all back then.
Yeah, so VR is actually not that accessible. And the MetaQuest 2 now I think is more like $700 Canadian. So that price
is the MetaQuest 3
MetaQuest 3 now. Yeah. Sorry, thanks for the correction.
Yes.
Brains, numbers. Good to meet. Yeah. So VR, it does get a little expensive. So it was kind of slept on a little bit, even for the good prices. I don't think there were enough games in VR back in 2020, 2021 to get the general masses doing it.
Yeah.
That was back when Zuckerberg was like, we're going to build the metaverse.
Right, yeah, which has, I believe, finally been shuttered. I think they shut it down.
I think he spent like, $24 billion on it.
He spent a lot of money
and
on
it just didn't work. So, yeah.
Well, and it was never going to.
No, people didn't want to have meetings in virtual reality. Yeah. That's not how we want to interact. We want to interact like this in person.
Yeah, and even then, like, if I'm in VR, I'm not doing meetings.
I mean, it's working for the VTubers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And there is a surprisingly popular piece of software on Steam that is essentially just like a VR meeting space.
Yeah.
Like for business.
I call it VR chat. No.
Well, VR chat's its own thing, but this is something else entirely. I forget the name of it. But yeah, like, cool. So.
Yeah, so VR in general is really cool. I think Star Trek Bridge Crew really kind of encapsulates some of the really cool things you can do with Star Trek. I'm playing Star Trek Fleet Command on mobile right now.
Yeah, you're still on that.
I like the game loop, but actually I'm in a really good alliance and we have a Discord channel. We chat all the time. So like, but the game itself, like the animations is just like a ship flying around and then they just blast each other. It's the same animation every single time.
Right, yeah.
And it's like in the ads, you see like these cool 3D ships and these ship battles, and it's really just this little ship flying around another ship, and it's just the same animation every time. So I think Star Trek has just slept on as a franchise when it comes to the video games and the possibilities. I think like Elite Force, which would have been a video prior to this one. Elite Force was great. Klingon Academy was great for its time. Bridge Crew is kind of great for VR and for the current gen.
Like, let's be very fair here. Starfleet Command.
Yeah. Starfleet Command 3.
Yeah, it's still amazing.
So good. We're going to have to play it.
Next time, though. Next time we do our Star Trek series.
I agree. So, I think there's a lot of slept on opportunity in the Star Trek world. Starfleet Academy just got canceled.
They're getting season 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I think season 2 and they're done.
Really?
They're done. Yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah,
I think they were.
Maybe it was they leaked plot ideas for 3.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because there's we want Trek. If you're a Star Trek fan, you're hungry for Star Trek all the time. You're constantly like, do I rewatch Voyager and DS9 and Next Gen?
Yes.
And do I rewatch now? I mean, I could go back and watch Discovery. I haven't finished Discovery. I haven't finished Enterprise. But I just, every time I play a Star Trek game that's good, like Bridge Crew, I think, if they just allowed the right group of people to develop a game for this.
Yeah.
it could be so amazing.
Yeah. And sometimes they have to get out of their own way because, and this is, I want to be very clear here, Star Trek has always been progressive. Star Trek has always been messages of tolerance and acceptance of everybody and everything.
Utopian future we could eventually maybe build someday.
Exactly. It needs to get out of its own way sometimes.
Yeah.
It becomes so obsessed with that message that it forgets the real message is that this isn't special because this just is, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to mention it. It doesn't need to be mentioned.
Starfleet Academy did a few things that I think really killed the show. The one thing that I, and it's little things that they throw in like a joke, like one of the students is like, I think I swallowed my comm badge, and they're a human student as far as we can tell. Yeah. So like, how'd you swallow your comm badge?
Where was your comm badge?
What?
That's here.
That's here, and it's massive.
Like, did you like?
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I will watch anything Star Trek. I don't care.
I love Star Trek. I watched Prodigy. Okay, now Prodigy was actually good.
Like, I watched the last thing I really got into was Lower Decks, and I love Lower Decks. But I don't know, man. I really want Star Trek to be successful.
Amen.
New Trek getting shut down because it was given a lot of hate for the Klingon character,
which is a weird. Like again. Yes, Academy made missteps.
I think so.
But first season, everybody makes missteps. DS9 didn't get good till season 3.
But you know what I loved?
2.5 if you're being generous.
I actually hate the ship, the Athena.
Oh, the weird teaching ship?
I actually hate it. I hate the weird wing design, like nacelles it's got attached to it. I don't like the weird stubby little ship that it's in. The atrium, I guess they call the surround. I feel like I didn't like the design. I did not like the ship design.
I like the idea of a training ship. But like these were kids in like their first year or something.
But you know what I loved? I loved the villain.
Oh yeah, Paul Giamatti.
I've been sleeping on the Paul Giamatti train for way too long. Paul Giamatti he's been amazing. I don't like how they like basically distilled down to his entire character as being like his perception of why he's a villain, his motivation as a villain is all based on a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't like that because there's so much to do with that villain.
Paul Giamatti, what are you doing?
The programmable matter, I think, is it's a bit too convenient, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and Star Trek has plenty of MacGuffins. Yeah. The antimatter, the dilithium.
Yeah. That was something people complained about with the dilithium was like...
What was the replicator?
The burn, it's like, they're like, somehow...
Well, that's discovered.
Because because they were like, what was it, in Star Wars, they were saying, somehow Palpatine
is returned, yeah.
And then now they're like, somehow all the dilithium in the universe got destroyed.
Well, it was like a weird storyline. It was like a kid was born in the middle of like a dilithium...
some kind of telepathy that linked to all the dilithium in the universe.
Which... Like, first off, what?
Yeah. And then, like, the failed singularity drives and the spore drive.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Star Trek's always been about, like, hey, just watch it. Let it go through a few seasons. It'll find its way. It'll find its thematic.
I firmly believe, like, again, Academy had missteps. I'm not going to defend that.
Yeah.
I feel like it needed 2 seasons to get its feet under it.
I don't know, man.
What it is.
I love Star Trek. Bridge Crew's no exception.
Bridge Crew is so good. I loved it.
What'd you think of the graphics?
Loved it. The graphics were really, I was on deck, right? Like every once in a while I'd look over and be like, okay, this is like a hyper fictionalized reality.
Yeah.
Like it's not real, but like it could be.
Yeah, like no real humans have perfect physique on everyone in your entire Bridge Crew.
Well, they were all the same model. They just like, it was all female model A, male model B.
Yeah, different hair, different colored outfit,
different like skin tone. But that's about it, right?
Yeah,
there was no difference between Rao and unnamed science officer.
Yeah, exactly.
Rao.
What'd you think of if you had to give it a rating 7 out of 10 for graphics?
That is a you just told me 7 out of 10. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah.
Solid 8 out of 10.
Well, I was trying to manipulate the facts here.
I picked up on
Programmable matter.
8 out of 10. It was solid. I mean, VR hiccups aside.
Yeah.
Right, where it was like, my wrist was like,
yeah.
But that's the tracking. That's the software trying to do something, right? So I thought it was really cool.
Cool.
I really like that. My command chair was. I love that thing. I was like, boop.
You know, the only thing that I ever get frustrated with Bridge Crew is I love the whole screen being an exterior shot of the ship during battles.
Yeah.
I think there's a way to do that in Bridge Crew.
There is view screen.
But then you have to like jump back and you're going to be able to go back and forth to be able to give commands. So, but yeah, I agree. The graphics are phenomenal. I loved that you're like, oh, this is the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very distinctive.
Yeah.
You can spot it right away. Non-Trekkie fans would be like, the what? The Kelvin timeline is the J.J. Abrams timeline.
Yes. J.J. Abrams.
Or as I like to call it, the Carl Urban timeline.
The Carl Urban timeline. Well, aren't you just a little devil?
Oh, Carl.
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. I'm actually really excited for Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Different topic.
What do you think of the sound?
The sound was perfect. Everything was bang on.
Because you're in the ship, so it's spatial.
You're hitting it.
Stereo surround.
You hear the one officer talking, and when you turn, it's like it goes from here to here.
Yeah.
Like you get that full audio spectrum.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I shot a probe and was like, I didn't say torpedoes.
Yeah, I saw that. You like flinched.
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Why did we fire torpedoes?
Right? I was like, oil.
Oh my god.
But those just sense for Bugo.
Ensign Rao. Terrible ensign.
Terrible helmsman.
Yeah.
I've had better helmsmen on a garbage scow.
Yeah, right.
Cool. I mean, Rao was as good or as bad as the other AIs, but
I think the beautiful thing about Star Trek and sounds is that as long as you use the same sounds that are in the show,
you can immediately place it. And
it's nostalgia. It just carries so well.
It even had the cloak sound when the birds of prey were coming out of cloak.
That's one of my favorite sounds.
I love that sound.
We've talked
about this. The cloak sound is
it's
so
cool.
good.
It's cool.
So good.
I want to. You know what? I'm gonna have to do some research as to what they did to engineer that sound.
Yeah, like what the Foley artists did. Yeah,
because that's fun. That's fun.
That is such a good sound.
So out of 10, sound
9.
Lovely.
They nailed it.
How about the gameplay?
The gameplay was pretty basic. As a single player experience, it was fun.
Yeah.
But it like click. You.
Yeah.
Click,
it's a little tedium.
Click. Yeah. I could see it being a lot more interesting with multiple people.
Yeah.
Right. A lot more interesting
because now it's vocal commands.
Yeah, because you're. So I think that would be a really, really fun way to play the game. And it's too bad I didn't get to do it that way, but you know what? Hey, this is really cool.
I'm going to watch, and if it gets relisted at all this year, I'm going to buy another copy. I'm going to ship you a copy.
And then we're doing it.
I'm actually going to send you a Steam copy, if I can, because
no.
We can actually hook the Quest up through the link and run it through Steam onto the Quest.
And then we could do it tandem that way. That would be fun.
Yes.
And some of these, sometimes they'll have like a friend pass.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has a friend pass.
It does not.
What else did I really love about the sound though? Like the red alert.
The red alert was cool, yeah.
When the shield emitter blew, like wall is it was like the bridge is on fire.
Yeah,
and you were constantly like, is someone taking care of that fire? And I was like, I hit the repair button.
Yeah. I was watching an episode of Star Trek the other day, and there were like fires. I think it was actually Academy, one of the last episodes of season 2, and
Academy's already in season 2. I thought they just
Academy's already done season 2. Yeah, season 2 is done airing. Yeah. So I've watched all of season 2. I watched it full through till the end.
I thought they just had season 1.
No, season 1 was good, but no, season 2 is like, it was mint.
This is Academy.
Yeah. So, season 2 I really enjoyed, but there's fires on the Athena, right? And the bridge is on fire, and there's all these things going on. And I thought to myself, the same thing I thought while you were playing today. I was like, why is there enough flammability in the walls of the main bridge for there to be a fire that just burns out of the console for no reason?
Yeah, like electrical fires are one thing, but they still need fuel.
Yeah, like if I was designing a starship, and just hear me out.
If
I was designing a starship, I would probably make it so that it wouldn't be possible for there to be fires on the bridge.
Yeah.
Because like, what's burning? What exactly is fueling the fire? It's the electronics in the console. Well, why, when my rear nacelle gets hit by a photon torpedo, does my console explode? I feel like there's things called fuses that we have, and like there's other things that could prevent.
There's things.
Yeah, like whenever, and I get it.
But is it dramatic?
It's not dramatic.
It's not dramatic.
And that's the thing. I think in realistic, if we said let's build starships for real, let's say warp is real, just for the sake of this argument.
Okay.
And we can build starships. We can fly. We can have shields. We can have all these things.
Yep.
If our ship got hit with a torpedo, our consoles will not explode.
Nope.
It wouldn't be dramatic.
I mean, they might if the feedback, like the short circuit was big enough, but it wouldn't be like that dramatic. It would be more like, when you overclock your GPU and it goes, and now you have a very expensive brick.
Yeah, like I could see phasers causing an overload because they're pure energy, but photon torpedoes, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some energy. I don't know. The science of Star Trek eludes me sometimes.
Well, and I think it eludes itself too. On purpose.
So lastly, did you have fun?
I had a blast, man.
Yeah.
That was an easy 9 out of 10 for fun. Like, it was so cool.
I enjoyed watching you play.
Even by myself, right? Like I eat, oh God. Jazz music.
Jazz hands. The plan was to play together, and I wish we could have, because it is such a fun game to have a shared experience in.
And that's the beauty of these social games.
It was fun watching you play.
Oh, good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play.
I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Yeah, the gameplay video is going to be live at the same time as this video, so please feel free to watch the gameplay video. Watch our shenanigans. Yeah.
Tell me, and when you get in there, do you think I was too hard on Rao? Well, you can judge.
Was he, leave it in the comments, is he a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a captain is Aaron?
10. Yes, Rao may think otherwise. Yeah, I mean, you asked him for a knock joke, and he didn't even have anything to say. Oh man, I'm telling you. So Star Trek Bridge Crew, I think we're fun rating out of 10. Fun rating out of 10. That's an easy 9er.
Okay, so we're looking like an average 8.9 out of 10 for Star Trek Bridge Crew. And you know what? I agree. Star Trek Bridge Crew, it is exactly what it sets itself out to be. And if Ubisoft can get their poop in a group, maybe we can get it back.
Maybe we can get it back.
back.
Well, it's really funny, and if we were like being hyper realistic about this, we could just play Artemis.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is Bridge Crew, but unlicensed. It's Bridge Crew at home.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think the whole point,
the president's choice.
Even if no one can ever buy Bridge Crew again.
Yeah.
Now you know of its existence. But there are games like it out there.
Yeah, exactly like it.
Yeah,
it just,
very, very...
lack of licensing.
Lack of the same pew-pew sounds that are in Star Trek.
Yeah, and to be fair, maybe the sound isn't as good.
Yeah.
Because that Star Trek sound, man, it tickles my brain just right.
It's weird how studio-designed sound for entertainment, television, and movies carries so well into video games.
So odd.
Yeah, so odd. Weird how that works.
Well, we'll have to do a study on that. And on that note, everybody,
as they say,
good luck.
Have fun.
Don't die. Bye.
Bye. Dun, 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 dun.
Copyright strike?
No, not if we're parodying it.
Not if we're parodying. Or is it fair use, like a video homage?
Fucking love Star Trek.